Okay, should I just say it?
Yes.
Okay. The views expressed in this podcast are not necessarily those of Anime Banzai, Utah Anime Promotions, or any of its sponsors or advertisers. Some content may not be suitable for all ages and may contain spoilers. Listener discretion is advised.
Yay, first take.
Yay!
Okay, everybody, welcome to another episode of the Anime Banzai podcast. Sorry, it's been a few months since we've had our last episode, unless you tuned in for the anime review, which I recommend that you listen to.
Yay, review.
Yes. And thank you for everyone who came to the Pacific Rim showing.
So awesome!
Are you the only one that saw it, Kim?
What?
I was there. It was
Who else was?
Yeah,
fantastic.
Kennedy was there too.
Okay. All right.
Al
it
saw
was
it.
sweet. Allison saw it too, yeah. It
Yeah.
was...
Allison saw it twice.
No, I
yesterday.
told Chris that we have to get a babysitter for Amelia so that we can go see it together. 'Cause
I'll watch her.
it's fun.
A romantic evening of giant
Baby.
robots.
Hey, man.
Okay, with us today we
Anything
have Aletha, head of cosplay.
Hey guys.
And we have a new recruit for advertising. Could you introduce yourself, please?
Hi, I'm Kennedy. I do advertising.
All right. Moving on, we have Chris, who is our events coordinator.
That's programming, events, anything involving a schedule.
We have Bentley, who is viewing room.
If you haven't heard me before, you haven't been listening to the podcasts.
Yes.
That's true.
And Kim, who is our finance director and on board of directors, as with Bentley as well.
Yes.
Hello.
And dictator for life.
Yes.
I am pretty much going to be a dictator for life.
Okay.
And
And we have Sherry.
Hello.
We don't have enough microphones right now, so she's kind of on the sidelines, and she'll pop in when she needs to.
Got a little bit of mic sharing going on.
Yeah, Mike Sherry.
between girls, in case you guys...
Not complaining. Not complaining one bit.
Okay.
We got this.
We're just going to move on to Aletha and go around the table.
Hi guys. So with cosplay, as you know, we start the sign-ups later in the year. We're going to be starting in September this year, and I have just started making arrangements for the cosplay kickoff party. For anybody who didn't come to the cosplay kickoff party last year, this is a new thing that I'm doing to test the equipment before I test things at the live Banzai. But I do it the first day that cosplay is open for signups, and you can actually come sign up in person, show off your costumes, and hang out. It's a lot of fun.
All right. Is that all you have for us?
So far, but
So far.
From what I've been hearing, the contest is going to be a lot of fun this year. I'm really
robots.
looking. Yes,
My
I am
baby will be
looking
cute.
forward to the giant robots. I'm always looking forward to Amelia, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what everybody brings up this year.
Yay.
Okay, moving on to advertising.
I have just pretty much been trying to get everything together. I've been working with X96, and we just solidified their presence at the convention.
Yay!
Yay. Other than that, just kind of general flyer stuff and kind of learning the ropes and praising those who have been teaching me. Yay!
Okay, Chris.
So we've been doing a lot of events. Holy cow, there's a lot of events.
Oh, yes.
Oh, it's so
There's
nice.
basically an event every other week at this point, I believe.
Yeah, and
and-
the schedule should be on the website.
Yes, I was about to get to that. Yes. If you have questions, please visit the Anime Banzai Facebook page. Please visit the Anime Banzai Twitter. Please visit the Anime Banzai Google Plus account. Please visit the website.
Remember when we only had the forums?
Twitter.
I think, no, we don't have really MySpace anymore, but when was the
We
last time?
still technically have a MySpace.
MySpace.
But Twitter,
Who has
yeah, we got
MySpace
Twitter.
anymore?
Actually, have you heard? It's the new big thing.
That's so like
That's because it's
3 years
now
ago?
like uncool. It's now cool because it's so
Hipster.
cool.
Well, it's the new big thing for people in the UK that love music. That's kind of what MySpace has turned into.
Yeah.
Actually, that was what MySpace was supposed to be in the first place.
But anyway.
But let's see. So we have there's just tons and tons of events. Check back regularly. That's what's going on there. Other than that, we're pretty much just in the final stages of getting everything set up. Bentley will have a couple of updates as well, as far as programming goes, because he'll be doing updates for both viewing room and also AMVs.
Yay!
oh
And
yeah.
on to Bentley.
Yes.
All right. Basically, with AMVs, the forum is up for submissions. We have a number of submissions already, and look forward to getting more. We'll be basically continuing to advertise that on various places. So if that is a thing that you do, make some AMVs. We'd love to show them. And also, if you just like to watch, make sure to come for the contest. If you like to watch.
Okay.
See, Chris, you made that expression. As for viewing rooms, basically, it's just going through and seeing marketing and stuff from companies and anything they want to have us show.
Like free.
No.
Well, hopefully not paid stuff. Yes, but we'll see if free is to pay or if it's free to show free.
Okay, so guys, they're going to have they're going to do another season review soon. The new season started a couple of weeks ago, and there is a new show called Free, and I'm lobbying Bentley relentlessly.
It's about
to
boys
have him-
swimming.
Oh yeah, that picture. Who posted that picture of that hot dude just like wearing an apron and just his like jogging pants?
That
That was
happened.
Eric.
Wait, what?
No, that's
Eric
his.
posted
Those
that.
are
Okay.
those are his swim trunks,
Those
and it
were
happens every
Okay.
episode so far.
Okay.
'Cause
We
he wears
might
the swim
have to
trunks
show you an
all the
episode
Yeah,
of this later.
I need to see this because I
You
like.
do.
First
You
of
need to
all,
see this.
Sports
have
anime.
to have the second one,
Thank
too.
you.
Well, it's
Yeah, we've got the first and second episodes
But-
now.
it's very high budgeted.
Awesome dudes.
Because they're available on streaming sites. Go look it up. Yeah.
Yeah. Lots of dramatic shirt removal.
Yay!
I do love my Crunchyroll account.
Oh yay! Crunchyroll.
All praise.
All right. Kim.
Hey, what's up? I'm playing Animal Crossing New Leaf. There's.
Turn a new leaf, Kim. Turn a new leaf.
Oh, I'm working hard on it.
Come to Banzai, give us money
Yeah, come to Banzai. Give us money.
so we can pay for the big 10-year next year.
Yes.
Our 10th anniversary.
Yes, our 10-year.
There's already some cool stuff coming through. I'm looking forward to it.
We are already planning it.
We are. Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. Actually, we've been
So-
planning a few things for a little while now.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
For
Well,
the 10-year.
that's because we've gotten all Machiavellian and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, kind of Banzai. Spend your money. Those of you who help out with Banzai, stay under budget.
I'm working on it. Have I sent you one request yet?
Not yet, but I know they're coming.
Yeah, I know.
Sherry, do you have any global announcements?
Ah,
No,
Sorry.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Have we had a few guests?
Well, all the guests are up on the website,
Yes.
if anyone is curious. And for any of the fans of Classic Mecha, we do have the voice of Minmay from Robotech.
That's so cool.
Mari Ichima.
And she did the voice for the English and the Japanese voice.
She did basically the voice for.
Was it
She did the voice for Minmay in the ADV.
in the
English
ADV
dub,
release, not the old.
which is straight Macross and not Robotech.
Yeah. Okay. So who did the Robotech voice? Was it someone else?
Reba
quiz.
West
Okay.
or Rebecca West. It's one of those two. It's been a while.
When you said Reba, my first thought was Reba McEntire doing Macross.
Yes,
No.
they had to get a singer, and
There-
it was,
No. Trust me, they did not get a singer. Ugh.
oh,
Actually, I had somebody who was looking at the guest list and they saw Richard Ian Cox's list of things that he's been in, and they're like, "What? He was in Eureka? What? And he was in Once Upon a Time? What?"
Live action shows.
everything.
yeah. Richard Ian Cox has a real range, and I met him at another con. He's really nice.
Yeah, our guests this year, most of them have a pretty diverse portfolio.
Yeah.
So it's not just anime. We have a lot of video games, a lot of live action or TV.
And the artist guest has done really cool work too.
Yeah, wasn't it Marvel Comics? Or was it DC Comics that he did for?
Okay,
Or both. I
I'm
don't
going
remember.
to admit that I meet these guests mostly at other conventions. I'm kind of on the run at Banzai, so.
Okay. Well, the other, I do have one global announcement, and that is we still have panel slots open, and I'll be putting up the list of those who have been authorized in the next week.
I'm gonna
As soon
do
as
an
she sends
Animal
me.
Crossing one.
I'm going to do make and take kitty ears, because nobody will expect that from me.
Never. It will be a
Never.
surprise.
I'm not doing my panel.
No one ever shows
Oh,
up. to
really?
yours.
Yeah, really.
Oh,
I don't have
wow.
time. This will be.
Sad.
But that was one of the most popular
Yeah.
panels.
It really was.
Actually, What the Fork was a great panel.
It was.
Yeah.
But I don't have time to do it. So there has been talk of possibly Decepticon Day of doing it.
Oh.
That would be interesting.
You can't do that to me. I can't go to panels at Banzai.
I don't know. We'll see.
I gotta see this.
We are in negotiation. How does that sound?
Okay, let's move on to anime news. Bentley.
All right, moving on to news. It was just announced the other day from Sagawa Electronics. They have revealed a 7-foot-tall, basically powered exoskeleton. So if you happen to have 12.5 million yen, which is about $135,000,
Hey,
you can buy one.
That sounds a lot more doable.
Take my money.
The video for this is
And the
amusing
video
as
for
hell.
this is freaking hilarious. If you want to look it up on YouTube, and I highly recommend it, look up Sagawa Electronics frame. Because this commercial, they use a little schoolgirl, and they put her in this robotic exoskeleton.
I think I saw this anime.
But anyway,
But except it's in real life, and they have this see this little schoolgirl. She looks normal here. Put her in the back, and she looks cute. And she's like, all sorts of weird little stuff like this.
well, when she's out, she's got a grumpy face on, and then when she's in the
she has a
mecha,
grumpy face.
when she's in the mecha, she's got one of those cheesy smiles.
And it's like 7 minutes long, and it's freaking hilarious. But the actual frame itself looks pretty cool. So if you happen to have, again, money to burn, they are selling these.
Well, on the video, they have the guy that's demonstrating the unit going all over different places in Tokyo. He goes to one of those ramen booths, and he's in the big mecha trying to get underneath the awning and then sitting down and eating ramen.
Yeah. Granted, this is still fairly prototype. It can only lift 4.5 pounds.
oh,
But just
well, crap! I can't find an alien in that.
no, not really yet. But just the
can't
fact
make
that they
breakfast
actually,
in
No,
that.
Ripley.
but just the
Get
fact
away
that they
from
have,
her, you bitch.
but the fact that they actually have something like this for sale that works is
Yeah.
pretty cool.
The video is well worth watching.
And this kind of goes along the line. If you're interested in this, there's also the people who sell the mech. They're called the Kurata, Kurata, and they have a little pretty amusing the commercial too. It's loaded with airsoft Gatling guns and all sorts of cool stuff.
Keep your kids off your lawn.
And they're also
It won't.
and they're actually also selling these units too.
It almost looks like a 4-wheel spider mech, kind of.
Yeah.
Spider mech.
You
Yeah,
know, like in
Ghost in the
Tachikoma.
Shell?
Yeah, but it's
Not that awesome.
it's
You're
more
not
like
looking
the
at Tachikoma
earlier
here.
gen ones that are a little bit more square.
Why didn't
okay.
you tell me anybody was selling Tachikomas?
Because they're not Tachikomas. Yeah.
Yes, because there's a
But-
person inside, not the weird little crazy.
Yeah, but the major would ride inside a
The,
Tachikoma.
the major raids inside Tachikoma.
Yeah, and you get an
Yes.
awesome shot when she gets in and out.
That's Shiro, man. Shiro knows what he likes and draws what he likes.
Tachikoma. Tachikoma ta.
All right. In other news, Studio Trigger has recently
You
started.
volunteered.
Yeah, you signed up.
Yeah, we have the
I
purpose.
didn't know.
new person at the table.
He's like, oh,
Now
God.
you know.
I wish you guys could experience what I'm experiencing for the first time.
We're a special group.
All right. Studio Trigger, which is basically a fairly new studio that is composed of a lot of people from Gainax, has started a Kickstarter for a new anime called The Little Witch Academia. They had made another little short about a few months ago, and so far, within the first 8 hours, they met their initial goal of $150,000. And well, let's take a moment to see what they're currently doing. But it's interesting to see projects like this go to Kickstarter. This is actually not the first anime project to do this. Recently, there was a release for Time of Eve, which was an OVA that was only available a few things. They ran a Kickstarter to release it on Blu-ray and DVD, and they did exceptionally well. Currently, they have $387,000.
Nice.
So does this mean multiple episodes?
Let's hope.
Basically, it's expanded another 15 minutes from the original 20.
So the more money we get, the longer it's going to be.
Yes. And also, there is the possibility that Good Smile will make some figures from this if they reach a certain pledge level.
And this is Gainax?
This is, again, people previously from Gynax,
Oh, okay.
Studio Trigger.
So
I don't know.
It means the show could be full of awesome.
Yeah, well, anyone who saw the first one, it is pretty awesome. And if you haven't seen it yet, you should.
I don't know. I like stuff like this because it finally gives us a chance to say, look, guys, bring it over. You know, we'll put the money down.
And it also gives the opportunity for smaller groups to put things, directly to get funded without having to go through, major funding backers and things like that.
All the studio political drama,
Yes.
red tape.
Well, I remembered several episodes ago you were telling us about a video game that had gone through Kickstarter and gotten funded.
There are many video games doing that now.
I know there was a big one that Tia was interested in. I can't remember.
Well, there's a big one that's called actually Star Citizen.
Yes.
Chris Roberts, the guy who did the Wing Commander games back in the day, and they're like over 14 million now. And the reason they started the Kickstarter is because he didn't want any major, production studios to kind of mess with the vision of what he had by, saying, "Oh, well, we have to, report to all our shareholders, and so you can't do this or you can't do this." And he said, "You know what? Screw that. I'm going to do my own thing," and he did.
And succeeded.
Yes.
Yes.
And so it'll be interesting to see what Kickstarter does in the future, especially for small animators, to see. All right. In other news, and we have the first actual full arrest under the new pornography laws in Japan.
Oh.
They recently redefined definitions of pornography, including computer graphics, over in Japan.
Pixiv.
Interesting.
Oh, you should see this. Oh.
Now, granted, this person was actually
Over there.
arrested for using photographs of girls less than 18 as a reference in the pornography, which still is technically exploitation of a minor. But
Kim, stop it.
but just the
creeps
fact
me
that this
out.
is the actual
me out.
first arrest and will be prosecution under these new pornography laws in Japan. And it'll be interesting to see how that continues.
Well, with certain industries, that will be interesting because it might put some of them under.
Well, a lot of them have actually been putting little notifications that none of the people are used from underage models, things like they've been putting out notifications like that for a little while, but
I
we'll have to
don't know.
continue to watch things further.
What's that show, that Galaxy show with the people who look like they're 12? It's got the disclaimer at the beginning that says they're all 18.
I've seen a
Galaxy
lot
Angel.
of shows that they are like, that person isn't old enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said they are. No.
Well, remember that there's a difference between basically the fictional character or if they actually used a reference. Because if they are using a reference of a real person, then that is basically exploitation of a minor, as opposed to a completely fictional, even if they don't look of age.
That's got to be hard to prove, though.
Yes, and so it'll be interesting to see how this goes in the future, and if they'll start to go after images that are basically completely based off fictional and don't have these grounds. So it'll be interesting to see how this continues to progress. In other news, this is kind of for a bit older school people. Mamoru Oshii is now involved in a live-action movie for Patlabor.
Oh.
This is kind of an older mecha series. Oshii has directed numerous movies, including the Ghost in the Shell movies, Skycrawlers, a few other movies like that. And so this will be live action. Seen actually some of the CG for it. It looks pretty promising. All right, now going back a bit more locally. Recently, the site Hulu, the streaming video site, was up for sale.
Wow.
Again.
Yes. Well, it was taken off sale. That's the most recent development. Basically, they are currently owned by the Walt Disney Company, NBC Universal, and 20th Century Fox.
Disney owns everything.
Okay, I'm behind. I thought Comcast was throwing in.
Well, Comcast was one of the bidders,
No,
as
Viacom.
well as Time Warner Cable, but basically the holders decided that they apparently the the bids were a bit better than they expected, so they figure, well, how about we take this and see if we could get a bit more money out of it. And so they've decided to continue development of it on their own. So we'll see what happens with Hulu in the future. Hopefully they can up their quality.
Stop doing so many friggin' commercials. For crap's sake.
Well, the whole reason I know a lot of people are upset with Hulu was they're like, okay, if I get Hulu Plus, I get rid of commercials.
Nope.
Nope.
Lies.
You can just stream it on your TV and phone and crap like that.
Yeah. and
Really?
yeah.
And you get some
I thought
higher
the point of
resolutions on some
Hulu Plus
titles.
was that it had
get
less
more.
commercials.
No.
Nope.
Same.
And you get more
why
access
people are
to a
mad.
longer stream.
Ah, so it is.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if they continue with their early releases for anime. Because like Crunchyroll, Hulu would release certain anime series fairly recent to when they aired in Japan.
Yeah.
Like one example would be Tiger and Bunny. When that show was airing, within a week you would have the new episode on Hulu.
Yeah.
So
Well, I also like that Hulu carries a lot of the older anime. There's like Ayorshi Yori.
Ayori Ayushi.
Thank you.
that one that's hard to say.
Yeah, it's a little hard to say, but I accidentally cosplayed the main character.
How do you accidentally do something like
someone
that?
told
Okay,
her.
so
I just
like
accidentally cosplayed that.
I
Oh,
bought
yeah.
a new yukata and it was blue, and I said, "Hey, I have a blue wig, and I'll wear these together at Banzai."
Yeah.
Because I never finished my cosplays because I spend all my time on the cosplay contest. So I'm wearing them. I walk into Artist Alley, and one of the artists says to me, "This is weird, but can I take your picture? I love that show." I was like,
You're like, what?
"What?" Okay, so I let her take the picture. I said, "Thank you," because you got to be nice to people who want to take your picture. And then I went directly to Bentley and I said, "Bentley, I look like somebody. Who is it?" And off of that evidence, he looks at me in my blue yukata, my blue wig, and my pink obi, and he says, "Ayori Yashi?" And I found it on Hulu. So that was really cool because this is obviously, I don't know
What's the
what
one?
year it came out, but it's an older anime. I can tell from the art
Yeah,
style.
that's like early aughts.
What really creepy
Yeah.
one did I watch? What was that?
Oh, yeah, that
Well,
one.
it
Oh,
wasn't
that one.
this one.
That was the girl with the pink hair.
Future Diaries?
Yes.
Mirai Nikki.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I did not think that
That
show could be
was-
creepier animated. Have you read the manga?
No, I
Oh
need to.
man, it's creepier in animation. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like,
they've actually made it more awesome in
whoa.
animated form.
yeah.
What is
Oh.
this?
Mirai Nikki.
It's called Future
Future Diary.
Diaries.
Oh,
If
okay.
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
The creepiest one I've watched recently was Flowers of Evil, something like that.
Oh,
And it was done in rotoscope.
Yeah.
And that was
Oh,
weird.
rotoscope. That's an interesting.
There's a rotoscope anime that was airing last season.
that's
Is it
the
continuing?
one.
Oh, is that the one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I sidetracked the news. What were we talking about?
Back to local
Hulu.
United States news.
Yeah, that's going back to Hulu. So hopefully Hulu will kind of look at some of their practices, perhaps reevaluate, and hopefully make it better.
Yes.
You hear
And
that,
load
Hulu
more
people?
Chopped.
Make it better. All right, in other news, Apple has lost its ebook price fixing case. Basically,
Kim is very happy.
yes, can we?
Dance is being done.
The listeners cannot hear you fist bump, so would you care to share with us?
I'm just excited. I like digital. Oh, wait, maybe I can.
But yes, Apple, the federal judge ruled that Apple is guilty of colluding with publishers over fixing ebook prices, and that they were driving up consumer costs in an attempt to undermine Amazon's offerings. And basically what this does is this opens the case up for further basically federal prosecution, where the government can now go in and seek damages against Apple for basically abuse of, I think it's abuse of monopoly that they can go by. So,
Hopefully, we'll see more manga.
Yay.
yeah. So hopefully, stuff like this will free up the market a bit in terms of, getting more players in the field and getting more stuff like, especially the smaller print manga available.
I'll making it so it's cheaper for the publishers to release their titles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you don't have to face all these people who are artificially jacking up prices, then you can get something a bit more affordable in, and smaller companies can also play instead of just the big guys.
That'll be nice, especially since we're losing Barnes & Noble.
Yes.
I better use those gift cards.
Yeah. I have some gift cards. Yes.
I'm waiting
I
till
don't
it's
know,
last sale. I'll
though.
go buy it out.
But the manga section on barnesandnoble.com is a full half of it is yaoi. Because I have a Nook, okay, and manga looks awesome on my Nook. It's very nice. It's very easy to read.
Get
but-
yaoi on your Nook.
Well, that was kind of the problem.
Don't get people like Nooks.
I like my
breakfast
Nook.
Nook. Horrible person.
Little breakfast Nook. Oh, yeah.
Well, they also have Vampire Hunter D in color, which helps me not at all because
Well,
my
that-
Nook's in black and white.
Well, there was the novel releases of those two.
They're good novels. I like them.
You need to see which ones they are.
Well, that's their original form. Is the novel form?
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
What a novel idea.
Anyways. All right.
Moving on.
In the entertainment trade magazine Variety has reported that Legendary Pictures is ending its contract with Warner Brothers and is now going to NBC Universal. This will free up a lot of their films to make, which will be such as the Godzilla remake that they're working on, and the Seventh Son films that we're getting. So this is kind of not as anime, but Legendary Pictures is one of the kind of smaller studios that takes on kind of different types of movies.
That's who did Pacific Rim, right? Legendary?
I'm not sure if they did Pacific Rim or not,
I
but
think they did.
Well, didn't they do
I can
stuff?
ask Al. She saw it twice.
Didn't they do stuff
Opening
like
day.
The Matrix and V for Vendetta and wasn't that Legendary?
yeah.
I'll
And
explain
all
in general
across-
BS.
and all across the
okay.
table,
Are-
smartphones whip out.
Are you going to touch topic on the Cameron
Except for
topic?
me. I'm
Yes,
looking through my Animal Crossing guidebook.
that's actually next.
Okay.
For anyone who has been following the years that this has been going on, James Cameron, the
good
renowned filmmaker, has been promising an adaptation of Battle Angel Alita for years. And
Which is an awesome manga if you have not read it.
Yes. He was supposed to have been working on it, then he changed to Avatar. And then he's supposed to work on it after Avatar, then he said, well, I'm going to make an Avatar sequel. And it just keeps being put off. So in the latest development, he says that they're going to start production on it in 2017.
I'm gonna be dead before.
Which will be both after Avatar 2 and 3.
Why do we need Avatar 2? They already made Pocahontas 2.
And it wasn't that great.
No, she married the wrong guy.
Because James Cameron needs more handfuls of money.
What did he go to the Mariana Trench for then?
Because he could.
Yes.
He is James
Because he has
Cameron.
so
if
much
you had
money.
enough money, hey,
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
You
Well,
just start finding money to throw crap at.
I just remember release dates. It was like 2006,
So
Yeah.
Pacific Rim was
2009,
done by Legendary.
2012.
And so, yeah, this project was kind of first talked about back in 2003
Yes.
for when he was supposed to be starting on this.
I remember when they announced
supposedly
this.
there's a script for it. Supposedly there's a year worth of design work for it. We'll see. We'll see if James Cameron actually delivers eventually, or if he just continues to.
Does
not
anyone
deliver.
remember when 2012 and 2013 was supposed to be the big years of live-action anime releases?
I remember.
Stuff like live action Robotech?
Well, we have live-action Robotech, live-action Ninja Scroll, live-action Cowboy Bebop, who they already cast Keanu Reeves to play Spike. I don't know if that's still going on.
Who else would have played it?
It's
Anyone.
I would have watched it if Keanu Reeves
well.
was
Would
in
you rather
it.
have like Nicolas Cage?
I was in support. I was in support of Keanu Reeves, actually.
Yeah, I would have
I thought
actually
he
watched
honestly could have done an amazing job.
He would have been a
Yeah.
Because given the right
Spike.
script, I have actually seen him do amazing work.
You just
Yes.
the script and the directors. I mean,
Yeah.
that's.
And for the record, Chris is a much bigger fan of Cowboy Bebop than I am.
I love Cowboy Bebop.
I need to get the Blu-ray remakes
Yeah, they just
Those
released
look tasty.
the television series on Blu-ray in Japan.
in Japan.
of Cowboy
So
Bebop.
hopefully we'll be getting them here.
it's
want it.
it's gorgeous.
I need it.
Well, I don't know. I seem to recall a long time ago they were saying he was making Avatar to develop the technology so he could do Battle Angel better.
Yeah. So that was his
whatever.
excuse at the time.
So
Yeah.
he develops all these new 3D cameras, and then he goes out and buys like 40 Reds.
What?
It was in the news.
Well, red cameras are lovely.
Yes, they are.
Yeah,
I like
for those of you who are wondering, red cameras are the cameras that they use to film The Hobbit.
Yes.
They are about the size of a tissue box.
Boom.
And
If
they
you
are
actually-
very high-end cameras.
If you
And
actually
they're mounted on a small car.
yeah. And if you actually watch through credits, when movies that are filmed on red usually have a little indicator at the end of credits.
Yes.
Yes.
And a lot of films are being filmed on these nowadays.
Yeah, but it's funny how he spends all this time developing the technology, and then he just kind of ditches it and buys all these red cameras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just get to
So
small.
Cameron,
He's not crazy.
Cameron,
He's
do it, faggot.
eccentric.
all right.
Benedict snatched my pants.
I was looking forward to the Ghost in the Shell live action. I mean, with the
I'd
people
love
that
that.
were involved with it, it had promise. It actually did.
Yeah.
I'd watch that.
Tachikoma.
I have a multicolored. Oh God. I was in Japan. Oh.
Is that it for
Weird.
One more thing.
one more thing?
Okay.
Is we
one more thing.
we finally have a full promise for an English release for a version of Vocaloid here
really?
in English.
Vocaloid, the software,
Yes.
the music creation software.
The music creation software, basically with all the libraries in English. So basically the sound is a lot more, well, natural as
English?
opposed to using the Japanese version to try to do English lyrics.
Oh no.
So are they going to keep the same characters and just get English voice actors to
that
re-record
sound
them?
like them or what?
We'll have to see what
gonna be
they decide to
interesting.
do. in
Yeah,
that.
well, I know.
My guess is they're going to try to get someone who's close to the existing characters because those characters have a lot of strength of recognition.
Oh
Yeah.
Vocaloid cosplays.
Well, yeah, and their
Vocaloid
sound
cosplays
is so-
everywhere.
My son cosplayed a Vocaloid last year.
I know, and then he had
It's-
like women following him around, which was creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Showtime.
talked to
It
me
was
about
really
it. later.
strange being introduced to Vocaloid back when it first came out, like 10 years ago?
Yeah.
Something like that.
And then watching the fandom grow, it's...
and seeing what has happened ever since with the
It-
smoothing out of the technology and
Yeah, I mean, when you're looking at this, going, okay, this is kind of neat. Oh, this character Miko is pretty neat. No one knew about her back then.
uh-huh.
And then now we're getting Toyota commercials in the States with Miku.
Yes.
What?
But
Yeah.
the
That was
promise-
last year.
Yeah.
I don't
the
watch
promise,
TV enough.
Yeah. The promise so far is a release end of summer. And they
wow.
actually have a site. It's mikuenglish.com where you can sign up with your email address for basically newsletter updates on this.
That'll be pretty big.
But yeah, supposedly it is planned for both Windows and Mac, which is interesting because they haven't done Mac release versions in Japan yet.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. And it will also, being the audio person that I am, it'd be interesting to see what capabilities they put into it.
Yeah, and so far they don't have a price nailed down yet, but they are looking at less than $200.
Wow.
Well, how it works in Japan is you buy the base software, and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
you
yeah,
buy
yeah, but-
the vocal packs that go
Yes.
in to the software.
But
So
this
you
is-
would
this
buy
is the pack
one-
that we're looking at. And we're looking at less than $200.
Yeah,
So you'd buy one and then you'd buy a new character?
yeah.
I like the character with the white hair. She's cute and a klutz. Well, she is.
Is there
is
like a
this-
fall and ow thingy in her?
I don't
voice
know.
line?
It was an Android video.
All right.
For those of us who were not around when this was being developed and are much too young for this conversation, I thought it was an anime. I thought it was an anime.
It has never been an anime.
Yep.
Nope. Yeah, based on
It
a
is its
software
own
program.
Okay,
Research
Vocaloid.
done.
In our day.
He's educating.
Vocaloid is a computer program
Was.
where
Developed in the States.
Quick, someone get me a sharp stick. I must poke at him with it.
I will mute your mic, Chris.
He'll do it too. There's a reason they're at the other side of the table.
I thought that said they couldn't play footsie.
No. recorded. I'll explain later.
Barnes and Noble would sell you about them.
But anyway,
That's where I got my very first Descendants of Darkness.
There you go. Yep, Barnes and Noble.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I was going to say it's an audio creation software where you type in words and pitch variations, and you can make songs. That's pretty much what Vocaloid was, or is.
It's
Is.
really detailed, but it's really cool.
Yeah.
So, and when I
once
say
you
voice
figure out
packs,
what
like
it
Miku
is.
was one of the first voice packs that you could get variations, and it was originally made to create backup vocals for, musicians. That's pretty much what it was originally created for.
Not one of the first, but one of the early ones. Yes.
Yeah, one of the early vocal packs.
So.
And it was like, there is an English version already made by Yamaha, but it doesn't have some of the same capabilities and features that the Japanese version has. But that was way back in the day, and I'm not sure if Yamaha is still involved. It may have gone off on the side, but
Yamaha never made pizza boxes that worked with the program.
no, that was Domino's.
Oh, yeah.
And that's in
Get
Japan.
the holographic.
That is a Japan
Oh,
thing.
gosh. Rick Kennedy is like, what?
We're going to look up the video for you later.
I'm
you
just
gotta
going to go
see
hang
this.
out in kindergarten.
just as a quick summary, they had a little application that you put on your phone, and basically it would use your camera, and you focus on the pizza box, and on the phone you have a little animated Miku dancing on top of the pizza box.
I'm just going to go play with Kim's girl.
Very, very lonely
Come with
man
me.
ordered a lot of
Okay.
pizza.
Well, the pizza boxes didn't just say Domino's on it. It actually had Miku in a nice, cool pattern and stuff drawn on top of the pizza box.
Oh, okay.
And
And
so
they
it
had little
became a
stages.
little stage that it would project on the phone.
The more you know. Very cool.
Yet another awesome thing we didn't get here.
Yes.
Nice things we can't have.
We don't get them. We don't deserve them.
All right.
And that's that.
Speaking of nice things that people can't have,
Dun, dun, dun.
there's a Swedish fan sub site called undertexter.se that's recently been closed down by Copyright Enforcement Agency in Europe. What they would do is they would provide subtext files for movies and TV shows. They wouldn't use any video. It's just they provide you with a little file with the little text, so you can have sub.
The text and the time
I like
codes.
it.
Yes.
Subtext makes me think of something different.
So wait, it's
This
like
is what they
the,
really mean.
So it's like the MST3K soundtracks that
No,
you can
it's
play at
not
the same
the
time.
Like the riff track.
It's
Yeah, riff track.
Which
No.
they're doing of Starship Troopers
No.
on August 15th, just
Yes.
to let you know, a live riff tracks.
It's the subtitle file.
Well,
yes.
yeah,
It-
but
it's a subtitle file in a different language, and basically the Copyright Enforcement Agency seized all their servers in Sweden because of a copyright enforcement, because they had basically the text of the dialogue in an unauthorized translation. So even though they weren't doing any video, even though they were making their own translations,
The copyright trolls are descending to new levels.
yes,
Wow.
and basically that's the big thing. Sweden. We haven't really seen much of this sort of thing from Sweden before.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting development to kind of keep an eye out on, to see what other kind of things they will consider under the purview of copyright.
All right.
So stay tuned as your rights continually get taken away. Bwahaha. And that's it. with the
Okay,
news.
on to the BS session.
Yeah.
So what I was like all woo about that everybody here saw me raise my hands about, but you guys didn't. So I've decided to just go for it and just cosplay Hisoka from Hunter x Hunter.
Yay! I love Hisogi. He's my favorite from Hunter.
And I just found a picture. I haven't seen this episode yet. I know I'm going to get to it. Bentley, I may need your help. It's Hisoka in a suit.
You haven't seen that, and
Oh
he is
my.
hot.
he follows your rule.
And his hair is like,
Yeah, that's how my hair falls normally.
yeah.
Honestly, that was my first question. He said, I'm going to cosplay this character. And the first thing I thought was, does he follow the rules?
I swear I've seen every episode of the series. I have not seen this episode.
Actually, from the it almost looks like it may be a 4-3 aspect, so this may have been the old series.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because there was, I've got like one.
Could you find me
Forever
screenshots,
ago.
sir?
Possibly.
Possibly.
I might have the episode. I'll have to go look. I might still have the episode.
So I'm just being taught about this pizza box thing. It's very
It's on YouTube, kids.
yeah.
So what do you think?
Miku, let's do this.
I
like
think
this.
there's
Let's
a
get those.
boy
Yeah, no,
recording the moves for Miku.
Yeah, the body double is a guy, but it's Japan. It's okay.
Yeah, and actually, when they announced this, they had
Also a
like the English CEO of Domino's talking about this, and he's kind of like, I have no idea what the heck this is. You could just see it on his face. I have no idea what the heck it is, but hey, fire pizza.
Well,
It's like a bad infomercial.
I would have liked. I would have
Hey, it's
liked
not
to
wrong
get a
to appeal.
Miku pizza
Yes.
box.
I would have bought one just to say I could have one.
Yeah. Well, I'm not huge on the whole Vocalite
I'm sure that
thing,
if you look
but-
on eBay, you might be able to find.
Yeah,
A
that's
used
like,
pizza box.
yeah, that's like buying
Yeah.
the last Twinkie for $5,000.
Yeah,
before
they're
they
starting
brought
up
them
production
back.
again. It's
Twinkies,
cool.
yeah, Twinkies will be back in Walmart in about a month.
Yeah.
But
And then to explain the character
were they
best,
bought by
this is
Bimbo?
not what it looks like.
I don't
swear.
remember.
So you get a Bimbo Twinkie.
remember, you signed up for this.
Chris is showing
People
showing
know
people
what you're getting
images
into
from
before you
Hunter
say
x Hunter.
yes.
Taken out of context slightly. Very slightly. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little. I do want to take a break.
Okay, yeah, we haven't
a
taken
little
a break.
break. Need a little
Okay, little break. More
Yeah.
BS. More
break,
bull
and then
to
BS
come.
time.
Okay, so we're back from our break.
There's much fun.
Hey, we're back.
Hey,
What?
We're back.
We're talking about cosplay.
What kind of cosplay?
Okay. Oh, when I was Kione and no, I wasn't.
Yes, it was. You were
You were
Kione and
Mahoshi.
she was Mahoshi.
Yeah, I was
Yes.
Kione and Sherry was Mahoshi, and she glomped me viciously, and I had no, they were great pictures. We got some great pictures out of that.
that turned out to be a really good cosplay.
Yeah,
Bronzer
although it
was
was
my
the
friend.
laziest cosplay I've ever did. I styled the wig and I wore street clothes and I painted some earrings.
Oh yeah.
That
You
is
know,
all I did for that cosplay.
As long as lazy works, it works.
No, it worked
So-
very well. People were stopping us in the hallway, especially if we were walking together, 'cause she was so recognizable.
And she was very in character.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
She even had the little curl. That Mahoshi.
She'd be 10 feet away. She'd be 10 feet away, and you would just hear her, pull the whole cutie.
I know, and I would cringe. I'd be like, "Oh my god, she's coming!"
So funny.
The look of sheer terror and
Yes.
dread.
Oh
We-
crap! Not again.
We worked together for those photos. Those worked.
That was awesome.
I don't know what I
Fun
think about
with
the new Ghost in the
friends.
Shell, though.
Oh,
Huh? What?
it lacks.
What?
It
What?
it, it
There-
just lacks.
There is a new Ghost in the Shell OVA. It's a reboot, and
It's called Arise.
the Major does not look like the Major.
That's not
Which
right.
version of
She-
the major?
She's got like an A line and a different cut or different color.
Well, which color is it
color?
this time?
It's like a dark blue color.
So she's gone
That's
from black to purple to blue.
That's
How's
like
her
manga.
rack?
That's kind of manga ish. The blue.
Is it?
Well, the blue is,
Well,
The blue's
yeah,
very manga.
but
but
I mean, I
that's
saw
it's kind of more
original.
usually.
I saw
kind
the
of darker,
movie,
yeah.
and then I saw a standalone complex. And honestly, I really like
In
standalone
Standalone,
complex
they did
better.
brown.
It was
No,
more of a-
standalone was
it was
purple.
a
No, it was
li- It was
purple.
like a
And
lilac.
then in
It
the
was
movie, it was
purple.
black, purple. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And honestly, my
blue.
favorite
That's weird.
characters in the standalone complex were the Tachikomas and Bato.
I love Bato. I like his.
Oh, the whole
bod,
bathroom scene.
Honestly, if
Or
we ever
there's the guy
get-
taking the piss, and he looks up at the window, and Bato's just sitting there with a smile, and he's like, "Hi."
Of course,
Then the
Adam
next
goes
scene,
straight to the
very
bathroom
next scene that you see is him pulling the guy through the window.
yeah. But
Yeah, that was great.
no,
No, I like it
honestly-
when they're talking about like hacking and like power versus stuff. And Batal's like, no, I could totally. And he goes to, and she just smiles at him and has hacked him, and he makes him punch him in the face. I'm like, oh, Major, I love you.
No, but the Major in the new Ghost in the Shell, this is kind of the origin story.
Oh,
Well,
But
okay,
they
basically
made up
went
their
back
own
and retconned the origin again.
They made up their
Again?
own origin story
Again, yeah.
where the Major didn't know, what's his name? The head of Section 9,
Aramaki.
Aramaki. Like, the Major didn't know Aramaki, and Bato didn't know the Major, and you see,
so the development.
what's his name at his detective
Oh,
job.
when he first did his, yeah, him.
Yeah.
The
with
one
the
that's not-
mullet.
yeah. powerful.
And so basically the first episode is an excuse for them to, bump into everyone.
And it's an OVA, and it looks like crappy TV budget
also,
animation.
it's not even really pretty, like you expect from Ghost in the Shell stuff.
You look at it and you're
Wow.
like, this is...
Okay.
You watch it and you're like, this is production IG, really?
This is production IG. The TV episodes of Gargantia are animated so much better than this.
Wow.
And you're like, seriously?
It was...
Well,
It's almost
not
like
the
production IG
Gargantia-
is giving up on.
Not the
it.
Gargantia is animated badly or anything. Just you would expect more
There's a
from
quality.
something with the Ghost of the Shell label.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
of an OVA as opposed to
it
a
has
TV
certain
episode.
standards that it should meet. And
it
this
doesn't.
just doesn't. It not even close. It's kind of sad and depressing.
Okay.
So we go boo on that.
All right. Question for the ladies on this. Picture that one of my friends just posted up. I'm trying to figure out, and I agree with hers. How the hell would you walk in these?
Let me see them.
Oh, carefully.
Let me see them.
What are they?
Their shoes, probably.
They're shoes. Oh my god, shoes.
Well, they've got
Shoes.
Oh, she
Yes,
is?
I love
Yes.
Yes.
These
Yes.
So can we get a
Yeah, I need to see this.
spoken
In
description
those-
of these?
in
Yeah,
those I
how
would
would
walk
you describe
quickly.
those?
They're like,
They're hooks with boots on.
Wait, well, let me see.
they look
this.
like meat hooks with boots on them.
If you're familiar with the recurve stilts, that's kind of what they look like. That's probably the way you'd walk in them.
Let me see. Let me see.
They look kind of like
In those I would walk
gauges
quickly.
you might wear in your ear.
See, those aren't types to be walked in, actually.
Those you
The
watch.
shoes are not
Those-
made for walking?
Those are for what you call
ain't
like
made
arm
for walking.
candy. It's like those weird on point high heels. Those ballet
What
shoes
the-
that are like on point high heels. You don't walk in them. You
stand.
sit.
Wow,
You
it's like kind of bondage version of Shell from Portal.
Yeah.
And they are fairly creepy.
You sit and just be like,
Those are shoes you put on to take off.
$10,000 for these because I could. You don't walk in those. And if you do, it's just a model down a runway, and that's it.
No, they put her
They
on a
hand
cart
you
and they'd
some
push
screwed
her
up
down
stuff.
the runway.
They would, yeah. She'd just be.
No, they hand you some screwed up stuff to walk down runways in.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about the Cosplay-rific show.
What?
'Cause I love that show
Cosplay time.
for
The-
no particular reason.
The show that looks like Card Captors that's really dark.
Il
Oh
sole
my gosh.
penetra l'illusion.
Thank you, sir. But no, I honestly, I admit,
Yeah, let me
I
get you some better
watched
pictures.
this show. I watched the first episode of this show. It's in the new season because it's cosplay-rific. The characters
crap, those
have
costumes are
awesome
sweet.
design. I know, right? And I love their hair.
Okay,
there
okay,
are
okay.
some ponytails of doom going on.
These are like
Especially since they're like multi-tone, fiery.
these
I
are
know,
thi-
they're
this
great.
screams for masterclass cosplayers to
It does. It does. There are some awesome pictures. So
Oh my
I
goodness.
honestly, I watched this show because it was cosplay-rific. But when I watched the preview, it didn't look that good. Okay, it kind of looked like a ripoff of Cardcaptor Sakura.
I'm all over that little blue chick.
But
Actu-
I watched the first episode anyway, and it's got some really
I'd pay to see
dark elements in it.
okay.
There's some
far as-
creepy stuff going on.
As far as dark elements, would you say what level would you compare this to Madoka as far as dark elements?
Yes.
Okay, look, Madoka is pretty freaking dark. And one episode in, I can't say where it compares on the Madoka scale. But
Have you seen more than episode 1, Bentley?
No, but in episode 1, someone
No, it's
gets
brand new.
seriously mauled if they're not already dead.
Well,
I
I
will
know,
say that.
but you know the thing about that
In this?
really freaked
Yes.
me out, and I'm not going to say exactly what it was for anybody who hasn't actually seen the show. It's a brand new show. No spoilers. But
Yeah.
what happened after the mauling was actually creepier than the mauling.
Yes.
And that is the thing about this show. I was expecting it to be kind of a cheesy show. I was not expecting it to be as interesting as it is.
Well, see, it is one of those things that actually some of the previous stuff I saw led me to believe that this was going to be more interesting than just the magical girl. This is actually Studio AIC. AIC is doing this.
Green-haired girl.
So they're doing their take on the darker magical girl kind of story.
Speaking of magical girls, I need some really good reference pics for Nano.
Yes, you do.
I can get you some.
I want to see that.
We might actually have some.
Of course you can.
Oh, not as many.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was.
Almost disturbing.
No. Okay, wait. I can explain this.
No, I don't have any
I can-
of those.
I can
but
make
you can easily
this-
find the dojins.
I can make the creepy go away. I can make the creepy go away. Okay. So a couple of years ago, 2-3 years ago, Sherry and I were talking about doing Nanaha and Fate cosplay. Because Nanaha is one of those shows where the characters start at 12, but throughout the version, 8. They start young, and throughout the versions of the show, they do get to be adults. And of all the things that Sherry and I can be mistaken for, children is not in the list.
With lots of, hinted at stuff happening later on too.
Yes.
I want to do like beginning Nanaha.
That was hilarious.
Beginner
Our
Nanaha.
friend who was telling us about Nanaha is like,
because
okay,
of strikers. There's
well-
strikers on how which is pretty cool.
Oh, okay.
what our
Because she is an adult at that point. She's an instructor at that time.
Gosh, I gotta watch all this crap.
She gave up.
Who gave up?
Aletha.
Sorry.
It's only funny if you know all the people involved. Never mind.
Okay.
But just to
Okay,
do
so
a,
there's the Nanohas, and then there's something after. Sorry.
Okay, there's Nanaha, then there's Nanaha A's,
Yes.
which is the second season. Then there's there's Strikers, which did not come out in the U.S. because Nanaha and Nanaha A's didn't do too well because they were with the whole thing. Remember when Genion went down?
Yes.
They got caught up in that. Those releases did. And so that's why Strikers didn't come over here because the
there wasn't
first
there
two-
some movies too,
yeah, there are the two movies. The two movie
and like a
versions
video game and all sorts of crazy
awesome.
stuff.
Well, I also thought that Nanaha had a lot of great characters. Because,
Yeah.
you've got the Nanaha and the Fate, but the farther you got into it, the more other characters developed. And even though
Yeah.
they looked like side characters,
Yeah,
they were really important.
There are not a lot of anime series out there where you get to see characters age and progress.
Yeah.
Usually, unless the
developer-
series
you know,
has
developed
time skip
characters.
built in.
Yeah.
That's how I ended up watching 400 episodes of Naruto. I saw Sakura, and I said, how the did she get from that to that?
Magic.
It's magic.
It's a really pissed off mentor. Spoilers!
Cereal.
Can you
spoil
really
that one.
do spoilers on a show that's like 15 years old? I don't think so.
Statute of limitations
no.
applies.
Yeah.
Okay, well...
Kill my favorite character, son of.
Who was your favorite?
God damn it, Neji.
Oh, what?
I'm sorry, Kennedy. Spoilers.
Wait, was
But-
the what because you couldn't believe Neji would be anybody's favorite character? Or
He majorly, like when Sasuke went douchebag and left Konoha, people were like, "What the fuck?" They're
okay,
like, "Oh, Neji's hot."
Sasuke went douchebag way before he left
Well,
Konoha.
yeah, but when he went like
You say
epic
he
levels,
went douchebag like he
he went
wasn't
like
already
epic
like that.
levels of like. Rah, 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 rah.
So when we make the little intro reel, we should probably put in something about spoilers too.
Spoilers. Sorry, yeah, because that was for people
Although
who don't.
honestly, that's been
I
that's
cried.
been years.
I cried. I'm like I was blubbering. I was so
Honestly, I remember the day that the manga came out where it looked like Hinata died.
yeah.
Okay,
does it, right?
I heard about it.
Okay, she's okay.
Well, which time? Okay.
No, trust me, Neji, he ain't coming back from this. And I think Tsunade is probably bit it too. She's
Well,
kind of
How far have you gone?
That's a different question.
You've gone too
Has-
far this time.
I have a child.
Has the
Why?
big war started?
No, well, yeah, the big war is going on because that's how.
Okay. How far into the big war have you read? Are you current?
I'm not super. I'm maybe.
Like a month behind?
I might be about a month and a half behind.
Okay. Because this show has this really bad habit of killing off characters and
And
then
bringing them
magically
back.
bringing them back.
Okay, if they
Yeah.
bring back Neji, I will be very happy. But I don't know. But it was
Well,
like-
bad. It was
honestly-
bad.
Okay, so here's my thing.
Even he was like Naruto's like medic, and he's like,
Like
nope,
they
no.
like when they killed off Kakashi.
when they killed off everyone, and,
And
then
then-
the spirits. And
That
then,
was
and then they-
he goes,
And then
"Oh, I'm sorry. All I needed was a hug. Thanks, Naruto." Pretty much what it was. And he
I
fed
would
him a
give Kakashi a
sandwich
hug.
because that poor guy was
I-
so
At least
skinny.
Toby
I
gets
think the
upset
big
'cause
one-
That's all it was.
I think the big one for all the guys is when they killed off
I give
Hinata.
Jareth a hug.
Oh, when they thought Nana was dead. Oh yeah.
when everyone thought Hinata was dead.
After she's like, I love Naruto, blah, 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 blah. Naruto's like,
The series
what?
is ruined for
And
me.
then, I'm sorry. And then he flips his shit when he thinks Hinata's dead.
Yes.
It was awesome.
No, I actually read up until that point because I'll tell you the flat truth. I committed a cosplay sin. I cosplayed a character on about 25 minutes of footage
Oh.
because my cosplay fell through. And Adam, at that point, who I was just barely dating, I'd been dating him for 2 months. He says, well, there's this girl in this show that I am cosplaying from. And I said,
Oh, yeah.
okay, I'll take a look at it. He
This
goes,
is also back before the show was.
yeah,
this is right-
this is right after
We
Shippuden.
liked Naruto before it was cool.
But so
We watched Naruto because we're old.
We watched it when you had to download
And it was
from
new.
Japanese.
And now it's the show that we like, but we don't tell people we like.
Yeah.
That's like listening to Nickelback.
Yeah, kind of.
No.
Like Bleach and Naruto. There's certain things.
Nickelback make good shotgun targets, CDs.
They make this cool
But no, I
cracking
cosplayed
sound.
the show without watching an entire episode of it ever.
don't- I think
So
we
I
still have that
watched-
fan back at the house.
It's only half
The beginnings
of
of
a
the
fan. I
fan?
never
Yeah.
finished it.
Oh, wait, was this
Oh, the
Tamari?
big Tamaris.
The Tamari fans.
I know about
Yeah.
her.
No, I do
She cosplayed
kick-ass
the
characters.
Shippuden.
Yeah.
The big.
Wait,
I have
Come on.
I have a habit of cosplaying kick-ass characters but not making their weapons.
Yeah.
And
See, that's
I
the thing.
generally I get away with it.
That's okay. The
So-
seventh scripture would have been hard
I had a plan for that. I just couldn't figure out how to get it to Denver.
to make it in the time frame.
No,
I
I
have
just
an idea on that now.
I could
Oh,
not.
now, yeah.
I could
3D
not
printing.
figure. No,
That's a
see,
big fish.
but the thing was, I couldn't
You'd
figure out
have
how
to do
to get
it
it
in
from
number
here
of components
to Denver.
and assemble.
That's why I gave up on the seventh scripture.
What's going on? What's going on? Oh, sorry. Too many conversations.
One conversation at a time.
Why? We're talking about fabrication. It's all good.
I'm fishing.
I like characters whose weapons are built into them, like D. Gray Man. I had thigh-high boots. That was it. End of story.
Nice.
They were awesome.
I love thigh high
They
boots.
look cool.
I feel like
I
should
only
just
own,
wear
like,
them
4
daily,
pairs.
just because I can.
See, I liked my weapon from D. Grayman also. It was the monkey.
Yes.
Yeah. Was the
She was
monkey
the
a
general.
weapon? I loved your
Yeah.
monkey.
The
It was
monkey
cute.
is a weapon.
Oh wait, I had a whip too.
Well, yes, darling.
10-foot bull whip.
And I tell you what, I saw her getting into that costume, and it was hot.
Dun, 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 dun.
The men are curiously absent from this conversation.
I
'cause
have
they're-
all
what
the
is there
secret
safe for us to
information on this.
say?
I'm married to her.
They're waiting to see how much we say. That's how
Well-
it works.
We could talk about a couple of the shows that are currently airing.
Yes.
Oh, let's talk about what
What?
is that show? There's that one that the girls like.
The gay swimming.
Yes, I want to see the swimming one.
Free.
You are
Great.
going
That
to
one, I
see
wanna
it.
watch
I
that.
love
I'm like,
that
let's talk about the
Oh.
500
Gay
foot elephant in the
swimming,
room.
torpedoes away, whatever you want to call it.
Movie night.
Honestly,
Or the new Gynax show, where you have the.
Oh, we can go back to
Yeah.
that. We're on free
yeah,
now.
we're on free. Honestly, I usually don't go for cartoon characters, but these guys are animated well.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Again,
Bentley.
The studio is Kyo Animation, and they are well known for all their really fine detail.
It's like movie
Attention to
quality
detail.
animation for TV.
It's just
But
mostly
let's-
been applied to Moe.
Yeah,
now it's
let's-
not.
let's
Now it's
make
applied to beefcake
Men,
swimmers.
Let's make the
going to
point.
us for our men.
Did you say beefcake spinners?
Swimmers.
Yes.
I was gonna say
But
what?
so here's the shtick. This is how they explained the video for me. Yeah, this is the shtick. This is how they explained the show
Not
to
to be
me
confused.
a couple of weeks ago. They said these guys who've been doing K-On! And all these Moe shows, they told them, you just animate whatever you want, and this is what happened.
Or remember, that's because there's a lot of females in the studio.
Right.
Yes.
And honestly,
Nothing wrong with that.
beautifully.
They were sick of them.
Probably.
No, there's still some Moe.
We're
It just-
drawing hot men.
but the funny thing is, I know that I'm all like, okay, these guys are really hot, but that's not really the point of the show. It's funny.
It can be.
Well,
Okay, it could be, but it
there,
isn't.
there is one character that whenever he gets near water, he starts stripping.
Yeah.
They're at a pet store next to a fish
I
tank.
saw a picture of that online.
And he
I
starts
didn't know what
taking
was
his clothes
happening.
off.
Yeah.
Oh, look, water.
I need to watch the.
But the thing is,
There's a ginger. I can cosplay this.
Yay!
Are
Which
you going
one?
to walk around
Is it the
in a
one with the
swimming
shark
Speedo?
teeth?
No, that is not shark teeth.
He would
Which
not
one?
pass cosplay our standards.
No, you've got
for the
rules.
hallway
They have to wear a
costume.
suit. None of them wear suits.
Looked over, didn't know what I was looking at.
Well then,
Okay, but the thing about the show, the thing about Free is it's really funny. I really like this show. Completely
It's-
separate from the character
It's funny in a
designs.
train wreck type of way.
It is not. It's a good show.
okay,
It's funny.
I have to say, over on 2chan and on 4chan, there was this big, just thunderstorm of butthurt over about this. Oh, anime by guys. The second episode comes around, and it's like, this isn't so bad anymore.
That's because the girl showed up.
Yes.
They're like, suck it. We've had enough of your moe.
But
No,
okay,
but
look,
just
I don't.
the show itself. It's like, it's not
I
so
don't
bad anymore.
necessarily object to motorific shows, but the point is, even if the guys weren't really hot, this would still be a fun show to watch. Okay,
Yes.
I really like the show, and the main character who does strip anytime he gets close to water is hilarious.
Bonus points.
Gets a little twinkle in his eye.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
And when he
twinkle.
No,
strips,
no, no.
I will get a
No, no.
twinkle in my
He has an
eye.
eye wibble.
It's the twitch. It's a little. He's got a little twitch whenever someone
Yeah,
says
it's
water.
Like, it's like the little puppy dog eyes. It's the
It's a wibble.
swimming. Really?
Then the eye starts twitching.
But honestly, the show is so funny.
I need to see this thing.
But they are hot. they're like, I'm glad they're not American because that would be illegal. Hot.
What? But it's okay if they're Japanese. Is that
They're
what you're saying?
cartoons. It's okay because they are cartoons and I'm married. So there's a certain level of availability.
Kim
Fuzzy
has a
lines.
confused look on her
Fuzzy
face.
lines.
Is
can
that
get
like me when I
crossed.
tell Chris Evans could Captain My America any day?
Maybe we should talk about that not on the air, but
Of course, I told Tyler though to get on with Captain America, you probably have to marry him first. He is that old fashioned.
Yeah, I was gonna
He
say,
is
he's probably got
old-fashioned.
morals.
That's what ether's for. Remember.
I'm sorry. Did you just say that you would drug Captain America? to
Bentley
make
would
him-
drug
I didn't
Captain
say that.
America.
I didn't say that. I didn't say
Didn't
that.
have.
I don't know. That
Exactly.
kind of.
Or the
was-
bizarro
I leave it to the
version.
imagination to continue the thought.
Hey, Cap.
I just provide the seeds.
So
Captain America.
Does this
Okay.
smell like ether to you?
If we're continuing the thought, how far does that go? Like, which other Avengers get involved? Because never mind.
Thor.
Let's move on.
Okay.
Yeah, I was about
Thor.
to say. do
Yes,
you-
Thor.
All over.
All of
Giant
those
axe.
two
All
get
over.
interviewed together. It is hilarious.
I went to Madame
Chris
Tussauds,
Evans and Chris Hemsworth.
and they have
Oh no!
it is hilarious.
Madame Tussauds.
I
has
like
a
them.
Thor, a
They are
life-size
terrific.
Thor.
Although I've heard,
Oh my
I've heard that some people maintain that Chris Hemsworth's brother is hotter. I saw.
He's in Hunger Games.
Yes,
Of course he is.
he's Gale.
I don't know.
Expendables
He's-
2.
I don't care.
Mr. Miley Cyrus, and
is
he
Mr.
loses
Miley
points for
Cyrus.
that.
Yes. I don't
Chris
know.
Hemsworth.
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 Hemsworth. Yeah.
Chris Hemsworth.
You started this.
Definitely.
No, Bentley started this.
No, I did.
Wait, what?
Speaking about the
Oh, okay,
attractive men
Chris-
from other attractive movies,
Chris is taking.
Star Trek.
Chris
Yes.
is taking
Chris Pine.
the
Ooh, Chris Pine's nice.
blame.
Of course,
for
I
starting
do
this.
like. I do.
Benedict.
Like
I just like the fact that all these guys are
Benedict.
named Chris.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
I know. It's
Oh yeah.
I like him. I liked him in
Mr. Slapty Datch Boom Padatch. You're like say anyway.
Mr. Benedict Snatch My Pants.
But no, actually, I really like his. So what's the caption on today's podcast, sweetheart?
The girls take over, I think.
Hey,
By the way,
why not?
he does cosplay.
I don't know,
thing.
sassy
He does,
beefcakes or something. I don't know.
That's
Benedict
Cumberbatch is really beefcakey.
He's not, but I love his eyes.
Who?
He's
Benedict
got that
Cumberbatch.
He's got
He
that
has a
Britishy,
presence.
like
He has a really
does.
strong
He
presence.
He does.
Oh, the
He
voice,
can just
the
sit in the
voice.
No.
closet and talk to me like he doesn't even have to come out.
Is he in the closet? Or no.
I don't care.
I don't think so.
Oh,
He can
okay.
sit
Some
behind a
people
sheet.
want to know.
As Chris kind of goes, what?
John Barrowman, who played Captain Jack Harkness, Doctor Who, he got married.
Yes.
He and his long-term
Husband.
boyfriend got married.
So
There, man and man.
How
How
many got married today?
They're husbands.
the awesome thing about being married is that I don't care who else gets married. It's,
Yeah,
I have my supply. It's
You're a commodity, Adam. Congratulations.
oh baby, you have no idea.
Oh Lord.
Okay, moving on.
Moving on to what? Where are we gonna?
Where can you go
Let's
from
go
here?
back to gay swimming.
Oh, there are many places we can
Yes,
go,
okay,
but
Let's talk about Animal Crossing and how Kim hasn't gotten off the entire time.
Why'd you? I have chores to do.
Actually, I've heard about Animal Crossing from a lot of people. I've heard that they really love the game.
Fantastic.
And I've heard that the biggest complaint is I know somebody who they only play when they're having insomniac problems.
That
Like they
doesn't
play
help ya.
they play at 2 a.m. and everybody else is asleep.
Yeah, in the town.
So
Everyone's-
you can only play
That's why
if
you
the
can
person
change the
whose
time.
town you're in is awake and online. So it's not really about what time their town is set on. It's about if they're actually logged in and playing.
That's if you have friends to play with.
Yeah.
People like me, we just play at any time.
Yeah.
But don't you have to trade things?
Not
I
in this
say
new
this.
one. They took that out. For
Well,
people
except
I
with
say
our-
this like I'm actually going to
fruit.
play it. Right?
Well-
Get the rest of the fruit trees.
How about they explain it to you in detail
I
when
have
we're done?
oranges and pears, by the way. What do you have?
I have got apples and oranges and lemons and
I've got lemons. I've got all the tropical.
yeah, I've
fruit.
got all the.
How do you like
tropicals.
them lemons?
Sour.
I hear Led Zeppelin in my head.
So yeah, I've got apples and oranges because Isabel gave me oranges.
I have bananas.
How about we wrap up for tonight?
Oh come on!
Well, that's
Wait, are you
okay.
done
That's
talking about
okay
bananas
because
all
if we
night?
can, if we
If we
can,
wrap up, we
Yeah.
can show some people things like
yeah,
watch
we
free.
can log in.
Ah, Kenny's got to
dun,
go.
dun, dun.
Another time, we're gonna have a girl night and we're gonna watch some
Free.
anime.
I want to watch some creepy ass anime. That's what I want.
I can
How
supply
creepy?
that.
How creepy do you want?
Really creepy. Like I liked Feature Diary. I want something that's
Okay.
gonna.
Oh
Watch
my
Flowers
gosh.
of Evil.
I need something to scramble my cheese.
I had no idea that
Watch
Mirai
Amnesia,
Nikki.
the video game too.
Okay,
I
Flowers
had
of
no
Evil.
idea Mirai Nikki could be creepier animated. Like reading the manga was pretty creepy.
Flower. Evil.
Okay.
Aku no hana.
Huh? Say that again.
Aku no hana. But not that aku.
So I feel like everybody should talk about how the very first kaiju in Pacific Rim looks just like the monster from Powerpuff Girls that Mojo Jojo feeds.
With that, good night, everybody.
Everybody!
Go watch Pacific Rim. It's awesome.